What exactly are you wearing?
I'm sorry.
Look like you have a swimsuit on to me.
No, it's not a swimsuit, and I did not know this was a court day. I just told the lady back there that I'm not dressed properly for court at all.
Really? Yes, you are not. I agree with that 100%. That's very insulting to me, that you would come into my courtroom dressed like that.
I apologize. I had no idea it was in as a visit and not a court date. So I was unaware that this was a court date. Because she wrote on the back of the car a visit. So it was never said that this was a court date.
Why would you go anywhere outside of your home dressed like that?
All right, this is case number 23CR 40542, the state of Ohio versus Monique Smith. Ms. Smith, the court has received a report that alleges that you have violated the terms of your ILC. Officer, statement of the allegation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Smith has violated ILC condition number 1, and then on June 11th of 2025, the defendant pled guilty to and was sentenced for 1 count of OVI and 1 count of driving under suspension. This was in Middletown. And then on June 11th, the defendant pled guilty and was sentenced for another count of driving under suspension under a different case number, also in Middletown. On December 10th, 2024, the defendant pled guilty to and was sentenced for 1 count of driving under suspension, or under an OVI suspension under a case in Middletown. And on July 12th, 2024, the defendant pled guilty to and was sentenced for 1 count of driving under suspension. As well as ILC condition number 8, the defendant has failed to inform her probation officer of law enforcement contact after picking up a new OVI charge and another traffic offense on March 24th of 2025. Special condition number 16C, the defendant failed to complete drug or alcohol treatment as ordered on February 1st of 2024. Special condition 16D, the defendant has failed to complete mental health treatment as ordered on February 1st, 2024. Special condition 16E, to date, the defendant has failed to pay restitution in full as ordered on February 1st, 2024. And finally, special condition 16F, to date, the defendant has failed to obtain her GED as ordered on February 1st, 2024.
Goodness.
Ms. Smith, do you understand those allegations?
She has a whole heap of stuff going on. She done been caught. She was initially caught driving suspended, allegedly. Allegedly got caught again, didn't report it to her probation. Then she didn't go to, I guess, her mental health treatment. Then she didn't get her GED. Then, I mean, oh my goodness, it was some more in there, but I just can't keep track of it all.
Allegations?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will appoint one for you. Do you have the funds to hire an attorney?
I do not.
Do you want me to appoint you one?
Yes, please.
Mr. Mall's handing you an affidavit of indigency that you need to sign.
Okay. Right above my name.
Why is she not in custody?
Your Honor, Ms. Smith, despite her noncompliance with court orders, she has continued to drug test negative, and she has appeared
That's what
for
I missed.
order to reports after they were issued.
Thank you. All right, the court will find that you're indigent for the purposes of retaining counsel. The court will appoint attorney Roger Bouchard to represent you in this matter. Court finds that there's probable cause you have violated the terms of your ILC, and this matter is going to be set for final hearing. Ms. Smith, I don't know what you expect. Looking at your record, this isn't your first contact with the court, but I'm not sure what you've expected or what you have done in other courtrooms, but this is very different. I'm going to hold you to what I ordered you to do.
Yes.
So you owe a significant amount in restitution.
It's $11,433.
You have been on ILC for over a year. You have not done anything, and you continue to break the law. The next time you appear before me, you better have a solid plan in place, or you are going into custody. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
You owe $11,000 to the victim in this case. You don't seem to care that I've ordered you to do things. You come to court dressed very inappropriately, and I'm telling you right now, I don't know what your contact with the court has been in the past, but it's going to be different when you come in here to see me again. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Because the next time I see you, if you haven't done something, you are going into custody. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's all.
Who else thinks that it's a good chance that she may show up on that next court date and nothing is done again. Or worst case scenario, it'll just be one out of like the 8 things that he required her to do.
This is, you step to the podium, please. This is case number 25CR42474, the state of Ohio versus Michaela Wells. Ms. Wells is before the court with her counsel, Mr. Niehaus, Ms. Tranter, on behalf of the state of Ohio. Schedule this at his convenience.
Okay. Well, it looks like that was the main thing, y'all, as far as like showing up dressed inappropriately. Because that's really what caught my eye with this video. Really the way she was dressed. And I wasn't expecting us to have to unpack all the rest of the things that came with it. You know, I thought it was just going to be about her attire. But I definitely want to pose a question to the audience. What do y'all think as far as the way she's dressed? That looks insane. And it's like when I see that, I just immediately think no home training and just not really understanding what's going on out here. Like not being able to detach, right? It's a form of cognitive dissonance because it's like the rest of the world out here is not how it is in the hood. That's not acceptable to show up to court that way with a bonnet and with your bedroom, whatever clothes, gown, whatever that was she had on. And I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to state the obvious because I'm glad that somebody with some actual authority said something because she couldn't dispute it. But let's be honest, on a day-to-day basis, if anybody ever said anything about how she's dressed coming outside of the house, do you think that it's a good chance that she would have just accepted it constructively the way that she accepted it from this judge and just been like, yeah, you're right? Or do we think the latter, that she would have went off? It could it could have probably been her man. She'd be like, you don't tell me what to wear. But I'm glad that it was a judge that said it and that he didn't just let it skate by because somebody had to address that. And I wish he would have even went a step further to say, oh, you didn't know about court? Okay, did you know you were coming outside your house? Why would you even come outside your house like that? I wish he'd have just took it the whole way through, right? Sometimes people have to hear things that maybe they didn't know. Maybe she has never really been outside of her block, her avenue, to know that no, the rest of the world is not moving like this. That's not normal. You got to get outside that hood mentality because that's not how things are across the globe on this in this world. So I wish he'd have just went a step further to kind of let her know that because maybe she just doesn't know any better. But you really should at this stage. I mean, come on now. But we also have to address the other things because there's a lot of self-inflicted wounds going on with this case. Old girl likes to drive on, knowing that her license is suspended. She doesn't go to any of her classes that she's supposed to go to. She hasn't been checking in as far as her drug screenings, allegedly. And then whatever she did initially, allegedly, there's a victim in this who's owed over $11,000. And I'm definitely want to know what happened to where you owe somebody $11,000. But it appears that she hasn't even paid a cent on that. And that's foul. And I still think he let her off very, very easy. But I think he should have been a little bit more specific in what needs to be done instead of just saying if one of these things isn't knocked off, then when you see me next time, no, like let's prioritize this. You better pay off some of this debt you owe because I want you advocating for me, Judge. If I'm the victim, I want you advocating on my behalf. Don't just tell her she just got to knock off one thing. Tell her she needs to get right with me in a major way and make a big impact on this money she owed me. But we'll leave it there, y'all. I'm not going to ramble. So, y'all like the video. Also, subscribe if you want to join the Limitless Legion. And Cash App link below if you want to tip the channel. And you guys can also feel free to join the Patreon where I do post exclusive self-improvement content that's not on YouTube. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video.